everybody. It's your podcast, Sista Lisa. Thanks for tuning in. And if you like to discover new music, you've come to the right place. I am so excited about welcoming my guests, Howard and George Morit, better known as the Whiskey Brothers, all the way from the UK. They're rocking the house. Welcome. Thanks for joining me.
Hello. Thanks, Sister Lisa. Thanks so much for having us on. No, we're really excited to be here. So thank you.
Oh, my gosh. You know, I saw your reel on TikTok, Come Together, the song, and I said, I have to have these guys on the show. You are tremendous. Tell us, tell us, about this viral sensation that's going on in your life on TikTok.
Well, it's pretty wild, actually. Yeah, we've been putting videos out for about a year now, and we've had a couple of viral hits, which have been really good. The most recent one is obviously the Come Together song, which I couldn't be happier about. I think sometimes it helps that I accidentally write something that can either upset a nation or a generation somehow. So with the Come Together one, the lyrics are so crazy because they're from another generation, and I certainly didn't understand what they meant at all. And I literally just posted, no one knows what these lyrics actually mean. But it turns out that there were a lot of people that did. And a lot of people had something to say about that. So I think that really helped the song get out there, and at least our version of it. So yeah, though I didn't want to upset anyone.
Howard, what were some comments about that song and what people thought it meant, or, what was the feedback you were getting?
Well, most of it was positive, as is with anything that does really well. You're always going to get a few haters. But a lot of it, where everyone was commenting on how George's knackered voice sounds because he smokes and drinks quite a lot, you see. And the way he sings it and puts a bit of growl to it. I think people are scrolling, aren't they? So I think it really stopped people in their tracks. I think they saw this raw vocal of George screaming his head off, and in a way that song's never really been done before, I don't think. And I think it really triggered a lot of people's emotions. And then they read, like George said, the comments about what do these song lyrics mean. And so many people had so many different ideas as to what it means. So that just increased the virality of the song on TikTok for us, and it just blew up absolutely huge, which is great for us. So it's been a real whirlwind, to be fair. We still don't know what the lyrics mean.
I don't either. I remember that song back in the day, and I can't tell you how happy I am for you that you have such a hit, and your voices are amazing. They blend together so well. The harmony, the vibe. I mean, is this something that is natural, or did you have to practice or over and over?
Very kind of you to say. We've been playing that song for years and years and years. We've just never put it out there before. It wasn't even something I thought about doing. It, like I say, we've been doing it for about a year, and we put out what we thought would be the songs that people would connect with the most to begin with. And Come Together was sort of a bottom of the barrel song that we thought, oh, we better do something, we better put something out there. And it turns out it was one of the most successful videos we've made. So yeah, you never know, I guess. You just do never know. Yeah. No, neither of us thought that our version was gonna do quite so well, but yeah, then it just exploded, which is crazy.
Yeah. So what is that like, Howard, when you're looking at your phone or whatever to see the views are keeping, up and increasing and going and going. And I mean, it was over 1 million views. What is that feeling like? All of us TikTokers only dream of an event like that.
It's so exciting. At first, it's so exciting. And we're calling each other saying, this is going big, this is going viral. And because we want to reply to all the fans. And so many people are commenting. So we try and stay on top of the comments, but it's just literally impossible. You refresh it and there's about 100 comments every second or every couple of seconds. So it got to a point where it was just impossible to reply to fans. It's, in the way they see it, it kind of looks like ignorant that you're not replying to people, but there's just so many comments that you just can't keep up with it. But yeah, it's very exciting, but a lot of work as well trying to get through the comments.
Yeah. Oh, I bet. I don't want to keep my audience waiting a minute longer because I want to start off the show, kick it off with snippet number 1, Come Together by the Whiskey Brothers. And when we come back, we'll talk more music.
Amazing.
Hey, come on, flat top, he come grooving up slowly. He got juju eyeball, he won holy roly. He got head down to his knee. He got to be a joker, he just do what he please. Shoot me. He wear no shoe shine, he got Trojan football, he got monkey finger, he shoot Coca-Cola, he said, I know you, and you know me. One thing I can tell you is you got to be free. Come together right now over me.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh my God. Get out.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. That voice is so powerful. And, you know, all I can say is congratulations on that.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you, Lisa.
Howard did a great job of recording it as well. It's the performance was took me a while to get it right. But Howard did a great job of making it sound fantastic. So and the harmonies. And
Cheers, dude. Thank you. Yeah.
good bit of teamwork, which is unusual for brothers.
Speaking of which, okay, who's older?
Who do you think's the oldest?
Oh gosh, I don't know. Howard, are you older?
No, wrong, incorrect. No.
Oh, that was a setup. Oh man.
It was, yeah. To be fair, yeah.
Oh
That's
my
the
gosh.
struggle.
So
No, George is slightly older, 2 years older than me.
2 years older. Because Howard's had a harder life.
Yeah, probably dealing with George.
So were you a grade apart or 2 grades apart in school?
One.
Oh my gosh. So was there some rivalry going on?
Not really. I was always
the strongest,
the
most dominant one, so there was no competition.
I was going to say exactly the same thing, but he just out-muscled me.
So, George, I have to ask you, did you guys grow up in a musical household? Where is all this talent coming from?
I started learning guitar when I was 8 years old, and Howard saw that and followed in, I would say, my footsteps, really, I think. Would you say? Neither of our parents are particularly musical. Our dad has a big passion for music, but our mother's tone deaf.
I think at a young age we were both heavily obsessed with Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And that is
That's
really
true.
where our passion for music started. Mine was with dancing to begin with, and then singing, playing and everything. But yeah, Michael Jackson was our real influence. And he's done a version of Come Together as well. I assume you've heard it, which is insane. So there's a bit of that element in that version.
We did take,
as well.
we took quite a bit of inspiration from Michael Jackson. We thought about really slowing it down, but then we listened to Michael Jackson's version while we were discussing how we were going to do it. And we thought, no, we've got to keep the energy that he brings to it. We absolutely love. So we wanted to follow it. That really. Though obviously ours is quite different. I can't sing anything like Michael Jackson.
Oh, that's funny. Now, do you have, Howard, any other brothers or sisters?
Yes, we have one other younger brother that plays the drums, and a sister as well, who's quite good at singing and dancing as well, isn't she? But we've never allowed her in the band.
Wow. So, what did your family say when you started getting really worldwide recognition for what you've been putting together out there as far as music goes? What did they say?
I don't think they're on TikTok that much. I don't think they even know.
I don't think they quite realise the grand scale of it. No, even when we tell my mum, she seems to be like, "Oh, well done." Oh. yeah. Yeah, I don't think she fully understands the situation. She can't do, can she?
No, she's got no idea.
Yeah.
Oh, so let's talk about another one of your viral hits, the song Send Me On My Way. And it really was a remake of an old song, but you put that fresh, new twist, your signature sound to that song. Howard, how did you guys come up with picking this song?
It was the absolute fluke, to be honest. We're always looking for new songs to learn and play. And it was quite hard to play and sing that at the same time to begin with. So it took me about 10 minutes to get used to playing and singing it. And then I sung them together. And it was like the happiest song ever known to man. And then I sent George a little quick voice recording of it, of me playing and singing it. And he was like, yep, definitely 100%. We'll do that. So then we came in the studio the next day, got it all down with him the one day. And then that just absolutely exploded. That was really our first viral hit, which kind of put us on the map on TikTok anyway. And I still love that song to this day, to be fair. It's incredible.
Yeah, I encourage everyone to check out all their music, and you have to follow the Whiskey Brothers on TikTok. I mean, it's so entertaining. As a matter of fact, George, with that song, your video reels are just so simple but captivating. You guys are standing there with your guitars and, you're, making faces kind of and just being brothers. And I think that's what's so appealing. How did you come up with that idea to just keep it, real?
I think it was watching other musicians and what worked for them. It's very easy, I think, to want to pivot as a musician. If something doesn't land the first time, you want to change it, you want to change it, you want to change the angle, you want to change lots of different things. But I think it's not necessarily changing anything that is going to get you there. We can do the same angle, a different song, and one will get 8 million hits, the other one will get 1,000. And yeah, I guess we did spend quite a lot of time looking at the different shots we could take. And I stole it from another band. And basically, this other band, they were fantastic. I love this. I can't remember the name now, which is a shame. But they had one guy at the very front, and he was just really happy. And and he wasn't singing. He wasn't the center of attention. And then the rest of the band were in the back doing all the singing and concentrating. He was just kind of the entertainment at the front. And I thought, you know what? If you're not concentrating on singing and you're going to be the entertainment, then maybe it's a good idea to put you front and center. And that definitely works with the right song and the right feeling. And yeah, I don't know. We always revert back to how we shoot that, and it just gives you a lot of freedom to mess around.
Yeah.
I think a lot of musicians on TikTok are all very serious and they sing sad songs, and they're very good at doing it. But I think it's quite rare to flip through TikTok and then find someone that is really just having a laugh and just having good fun with it. And I think that kind of resonates with everyone as well. So I think that's kind of why that one did quite so well.
It helped for sure.
Oh, yeah. And I also think, too, with your videos, the official video for Come Together, I love the whole, outdoorsy, kind of rough look to it. And again, you guys are showcased and your talent is like front and center, But how did you decide for that kind of setting for that video?
That was that's kind of interesting. We found that people kind of want to put us in a box, and when I say put it in a box, I don't mean restrict us in any way, but they see us as a little bit country, a little bit. Although we don't really play country music, maybe it's the hat or the beard. I don't really know, but
The homeless look.
the homeless, the homeless look, sort of says outdoors. So we thought, well, let's just roll with that. Let's roll with the look that people seem to associate us with. And it works really well because we do live in the countryside. We don't really have a big city centre to go and shoot a music video in. So it's kind of handy. We only have to walk half a mile down the road and we've got open fields, we've got farms, we've got everything like that very close by. So, yeah, we just lean into it, and I think it helps people remember, or, yeah, I don't know.
Well, I think that venue was like made for the song "Come Together"
That's
because there's
true,
the
yeah.
big pile of wood chippings right next to where we're playing, and because there's so much wood, it's like smoking off, so it gives like this
Yep.
smoky atmosphere. That wasn't even faked; it was just slowly burning.
Yeah.
And it really fitted the song. It really comes together.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Yeah. Now, where was that filmed, and where do you live in the UK?
So we live in Derbyshire, and it was filmed in Derbyshire. In fact, I don't think we've left about a 5-mile radius of where we live to shoot anything yet.
Yeah, we managed to keep finding abandoned buildings, like anything that's a little bit edgy, or just a nice, pretty scene. But yeah.
Well, you
Yeah,
guys,
so-
you know, it's working, and I want to switch gears a little bit. And Howard, I heard that you and your brother Jack, before deciding to go, full time with your music career, you were both firemen. Is that true?
Yes, it is true. Yeah, it was a while ago now. So I was in the fire service for about 7 years, something like that. And music was doing so well at the time. So I decided to quit the fire service and go full time in music. And then unfortunately, COVID came around. So I was forced to stop doing music, and it was too late to rejoin the fire service. So that's when I really kind of discovered putting music online, I think, because I started doing the occasional online sort of gig, and people had sent me a little bit of money here and there just so I could survive, really. But yeah, it feels like a lot. It was about 4 or 5 years ago now that I left the fire service. But no regrets at all. It was epic the whole time, but committing to music full time definitely seems to be the way for me.
Wonderful. And George, you were an arborist or tree surgeon back around. Was it around that time
Where do
when?
you even find these facts from?
I know,
I don't even know what it is yet. So yeah, a bit of a lumberjack, which is probably why I dress the way I do in the plaid shirts and the hats and everything. Yeah, tree surgery, dangerous job one of the most dangerous jobs in the world, I think, and couldn't wait to stop that.
I bet. Yeah, that is a very dangerous job, and
Obviously, England rains quite a lot as well, and it's an outside job. So it was, and you can do the job in the rain. So it's kind of miserable being in the rain all the time. Don't get me wrong. On a beautiful day in the countryside, it was a fantastic job. I enjoyed climbing the trees. It was fantastic. But when raining and cold as it is in England, I was also very grateful to come into a nice warm studio and shoot TikTok videos.
oh, absolutely. So I want to talk about your newest original song, which I love, "Get Loose." And
Amazing.
yeah, and Howard, why don't you tell us a little bit about what inspired that song that the both of you wrote? Tell us a little bit about it.
So I wrote it probably two or 3 months ago now, and it's actually about making love. Or I normally describe it in a bit more of a vulgar way, but yeah, it's about making love. And as soon as I played like the chorus line, I instantly knew, yes, I'm writing this song. I've got to get this down right now. And I played it to George, and he had exactly the reaction I was looking for. So then we went from there. And it's been out about a month now, Get Loose, hasn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, we filmed it in exactly the same location as Come Together was filmed as well.
Yeah. And I want to play song snippet number 2, your original Get Loose by the Whiskey Brothers. And when we come back, we'll talk more music.
I don't want the same thing. I want more. You tried, you can't contain this fire. Don't let your body get loose. I want you, baby, all the time, my girl. Let your body get loose. I think about you all the time, my girl.
I love that song. It's I don't know. It's if you have a feeling it's going to be a definite hit and go viral, and I hope so.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and I encourage everyone, please download the Whiskey Brothers music, add it to your collection. And how can your fans and my listeners find your music online?
If you search TikTok for just the Whiskey Brothers, we should be the top one to come out. I think there are a few fake accounts, so watch out for those. But we should be. I'd have thought we'd be at the top. And similar on Spotify, that's probably the best place to listen to us, or Apple Music. The Whiskey Brothers should be a picture of me sideways with Howard behind me.
We're on pretty much every platform. You know, we're on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. We're on all the streaming platforms. But yeah, if you just search for the Whiskey Brothers, but it's whiskey spelt with a EY.
Okay.
Because a few people have commented saying they spell it without the E.
Yeah,
But
the Scottish.
Yeah,
the Scottish don't like us because we spell it EY, and Scottish spell it with no E. It's just
Y.
Just a Y. But we spell it the Irish way and the
Okay.
American way.
Okay, great. And then talk to me a little bit about, Howard, any upcoming performances or new projects you're going to be working on?
Yeah, we've got a new song coming out in about 3 weeks' time. And that is called, what's the song
Ground
called?
Zero.
Ground Zero, which is
Oh.
awesome. I'm really excited for people to hear that. As far as live performances, we've got a festival coming up next month with some, what's the festival called? Together
Again festival.
Together Again Festival. It's got some big names like Ollie Murs, Scouting for Girls. Anyone else?
I think they're all British.
Dizzy Rascal. I think Dizzy Rascal's playing there. But we're really excited for that. So festivals are great fun, aren't they? So it's great to be a part of something quite as big as that. So yeah, we're really looking forward to that.
And we've got a couple of covers. One cover coming out soon as well.
Yeah, we're always releasing live stuff on TikTok, but we try to do stuff on Spotify as well, so that people can just binge it in the car or wherever they are listening to music. So yeah, we've got some covers coming out as well on Spotify.
Well, terrific. And I encourage everyone, again, check out the Whiskey Brothers. I really appreciate you taking the time, George and Howard, to join me. And I want to have you back on the show again
Amazing. We'd love that.
and to keep up with what you guys are doing. And like I always say at the end of my podcast, that's a wrap.